Welcome back to a new episode of the Media Maven podcast, where we analyze everything we love about stories. First things first, hit the subscribe button for in-depth analysis and deep dives every week. And now on to this episode's topic. Today, we're tackling a topic that gets Wicked fans talking. Who's Fiyero's better match, Glinda or Elphaba? Spoiler alert, we're firmly Team Elphaba. And we're diving into all the reasons why, based solely on the events of Wicked Part 1. Buckle up, because this is going to be a ride as thrilling as Defying Gravity. At the start, Fiyero's carefree, Glinda's Miss Popular, and Elphaba's the misunderstood outcast. But by the end of Part 1, the dynamics shift dramatically. Let's dig into why Fiyero and Elphaba's connection starts to outshine his relationship with Glinda. Let's start with the obvious pairing, Glinda and Fiyero. When Fiyero first enters in the song Dancing Through Life, he's carefree, fun, and living for the moment. Glinda, who's all about appearances at this stage, is immediately drawn to his charm and status. And honestly, who wouldn't be? He's the new prince at Shiz and she's the queen bee. They look perfect together, a golden couple straight out of a fairy tale. But here's the thing, their connection is built on superficiality. Glinda falls for the Fiyero who's performing, this carefree, shallow guy who doesn't want to take life too seriously. And Fiyero? He's not really in love with Glinda either. He's enjoying the attention, sure, but their relationship feels more like a high school romance. Fun, easy, and without much depth. Life is painless for the brainless. That lyric right there, it's basically Fiyero's life motto at the start of the show, and Glinda is happy to go along with it. But as the story progresses, it becomes clear that Fiyero is capable of so much more. And it's Elphaba who brings that out in him. Now let's talk about Elphaba. When Fiyero meets her, she's not exactly trying to win him over. In fact, she's the opposite of everything he values or thinks he values when they first meet. She's strong-willed, opinionated, and completely uninterested in the shallow social games that define Fiyero's world. But here's where it gets interesting. Elphaba challenges Fiyero in a way no one else does. She's not impressed by his charm, and she's certainly not afraid to call him out. She makes him question his privilege and his superficial behavior. This is so much more meaningful than the surface-level spark he shares with Glinda. Let's talk about the lion-cub scene. This moment is huge for Fiyero and Elphaba's relationship. When Elphaba discovers that a lion cub is being caged and experimented on, she's furious. Her sense of justice kicks in, and she risks everything to set the cub free. And here's the kicker, Fiyero helps her. This is the first time we see Fiyero step out of his comfort zone and take a stand. Why does he do it? Because of Elphaba? She inspires him to act, to stop just coasting through life. And while they don't explicitly acknowledge their feelings here, the tension between them is palpable. They're working together for a cause they both believe in. And that shared experience creates a bond that goes beyond words. This is the moment where Fiyero starts to realize that Elphaba isn't just the misunderstood outcast everyone thinks she is. She's brilliant, brave, and passionate. And it's clear that Elphaba sees Fiyero's inner kindness and depth, even if neither of them is ready to admit it. Yet, as Elphaba wipes a trickle of blood from the cub's scratch on Fiyero's forehead, there is romantic tension between the couple. They gaze into each other's souls and understand that they can be a good match together. But neither acts on this feeling. Fiyero doesn't immediately accept his feelings for Elphaba because he is still clinging to his carefree, surface-level persona and his relationship with Glinda. At this point, he's not ready to confront the deeper emotions Elphaba evokes in him and is conflicted about what he truly wishes. Elphaba, on the other hand, believes Fiyero belongs with Glinda. someone who represents societal ideals of beauty and charm, while she sees herself as the outcast unworthy of his love. Now, let's compare how Glinda and Elphaba impact Fiyero. Glinda is a wonderful character, funny, charming, and genuinely well-meaning, but in part 1, she's still focused on maintaining her social status. Her relationship with Fiyero doesn't challenge him or push him to grow. Elphaba, on the other hand, forces Fiyero to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and the world around him. She doesn't let him off the hook for being lazy or indifferent, and that's what makes their connection so much stronger. It's not about appearances, it's about values, and about becoming better versions of themselves together. Finally, we reach the iconic Defying Gravity scene, where Elphaba decides to stand up to the wizard and fight for what's right. This is the moment she fully embraces her identity and her mission, and it's a turning point for Fiyero too. We see Fiyero riding out of Shiz as the news of Elphaba's defiance reaches him. Is he looking for Elphaba? Does he want to join her? Does he trust her? Does he know he has fallen in love with her? His departure from Shiz highlights that he doesn't want to conform to the general perception about Elphaba going rogue. Glinda, meanwhile, is still trying to balance her friendship with Elphaba and her desire to fit into Oz's social order. This divergence makes it clear Fiyero and Elphaba are on the same path, while Glinda is on a different journey entirely. So why are Fiyero and Elphaba a better match? It all comes down to authenticity, shared values, and personal growth. In part 1, their relationship is already built on a foundation of mutual respect and a willingness to challenge each other. Fiyero and Glinda may look perfect together, but their connection lacks the depth and transformative power that defines his bond with Elphaba. By the end of part 1, it's clear. Fiyero and Elphaba's love story is just beginning, and it's going to defy gravity in every sense of the word. So there you have it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will be back soon with more discussions about your favorite stories. In the meantime, let me know, are you Team Elphaba or Team Glinda in the comments below? See you next time.